Hey guys, it's Tom from mobile.co.uk, and today I've got the review for you of the Nokia Lumia 800. Now, the Lumia 800 is actually one of my favourite devices of... Well, it came out in 2011, but I obviously haven't had to use it since now, but oh my god, I wish I would have been able to use it back when it first came out. I mean, you guys aren't seeing the full picture. I've had to turn the brightness all the way down just to be able to make it usable on camera, because it's on the lowest brightness setting. If I jack it up right, you can just automatically see the glare. Look at that. The auto camera brightness is taking way too long. So I'm just going to jack it back down to the lowest brightness setting just to go back to it, because that's the first thing I want to talk about. This display. Holy crap, this display is lovely. From the nice curved glass on the top, which is actually Corning's Gorilla Glass, which means it's very dense, so it's very hard to scratch. But it's not unbreakable. The thing with dense products is they are impervious to certain things, but if you put them under a certain amount of pressure, they will go boom, they will crack, they will shatter, they will do everything you don't want them to. But luckily I haven't got that problem on this one, or because it's barely been used. But this, like the curved glass on the top, if I'm just going to lock this here, if you swipe your finger from one side to the other, because the sides are nice and curved, the glass curves into the side of the body perfectly. It's not like curved body, flat ridge. It nicely goes from one to the other. And everything looks beautiful thanks to that clear black AMOLED display. Now, I said in the unboxing video that this is pen tile, which is true, and at the time I couldn't notice the pen tile, but now I do, and I'm paraphrasing Vlad Savov from The Verge here. Once you notice it, God, do you notice it? And now, whenever I'm looking at the screen, all I see is pen tile, and that's horrible, because this is one of my favourite displays ever, and I love AMOLED displays, and I have tiddly hands, which is why I like the 3.7 inch 800 Lumia 800. The one without pen tile is the 900, and guess what? The 900 is the same size as the S2, and I know the S2 isn't massive, but like I said, I've got teeny tiny girly hands. Oh well, first world problems. But the 800 is absolutely brilliant. I'm gonna move on to call quality next, and it's actually brilliant. Like I said, this one is carrier locked to orange in the UK. I did attempt to put my 3 and my giffgaff micro SIMs in. They didn't work. It didn't take it. The device just wouldn't boot up. It turns on and says it's locked. So therefore, I had an orange SIM, and I just sort of marked out with a marker the size of a micro SIM and cut it out. It's a bit too small, but oh well. It works perfectly, as you can see. And in my testing over the past week, I only had a single dropped call. Wherever I was, consistently, even in my office, where I usually get terrible, appalling signal if I'm on the phone to my girlfriend or anything, after extended amounts of time, the call just tends to drop off. It's generally shaky at the beginning, but after a while, it tends to just cut off or becomes very grainy. Pardon me, guys. But no, the call quality is very good. Nokia has always been known for their great antennas, and like I said, whereas on most other phones, like if I get my BlackBerry here, now that's just being annoying, showing full bars of service. Usually I only get 2 to 3 bars of signal here at my desk, and on here I'm getting 4 to 5, which is consistently strong 3G signal, and voice, which is good, because to me it'd be quite annoying. to have a phone that does not make good phone calls. It's not a feature I do very often, but when I do make a phone call, I'd like it to be a good quality one. To the best of my knowledge, this does not support HD voice on Orange, but the microphone sounds brilliant. I'm not sure if this is incorporating noise cancelling microphones, as I couldn't find a second one. I believe the first one is hidden somewhere in the speaker grid at the bottom, but I could not find the other microphone. So that's one thing to talk about. Next thing we're going on is speed. This thing is blazing fast. I mean, it's running on a single core processor. It's 1.4 gigahertz, but it's single core, and it's old. This is a Snapdragon S2. Put it this way, guys, this is the same processor that was in the Desire HD, just overclocked a little bit. Yeah, the Desire HD. But whereas that after a while became horrible and laggy, look at this. You can't fault this. Even if it's just like opening up the camera. Yeah, look at that. Way. Going back to the home screen, opening up the multitasking. I say multitasking, the tombstoning. This thing is fast and fluid. It's running on half a gig of RAM, which most Android devices stumble on. And as I said, and it's running on a single core processor. This thing is rapid. So you got to give Microsoft props for optimizing their software like really, really well to give you a consistently awesome experience. Next, let's talk about build quality. The 800 shares its design. The 800 stole its design from a previous Nokia product, the N9, which is the spiritual successor to the Nokia N8. It was the first device to run MeeGo and the first to incorporate this single unibody polycarbonate design. It came in black, cyan and magenta. Personally, I want the 64 gig cyan, and there's an article on my site. But the 800 shares its design in the black, the white, the cyan and the magenta. Has the same technology screen, but it's actually a slightly smaller screen. The N9 has a 3.9 inch, but the reason is the N9 has no capacitive buttons. The N9 actually has only 3 buttons, which is these buttons up here. It doesn't have a camera button, it has a power button and a volume up and down. And even those are slightly superfluous. Those are only to turn the device on. But this is a review about the 800, not the N9. If I ever get one of those, I'll do one of those. But yeah, the 800 shares its design from there, which means it's a single block of high quality polycarbonate, which has been fitted around all the internals. So it's a non-removable battery, it's a non-removable storage, so you get 16 gig internal, and that is it. I believe there's also a 32 gig version. I could be wrong, sound off in the comments below. But there is a problem. If you do get hang-ups or anything, obviously you can't do a battery pull. Another thing, this metal strip at the camera back on the back scratches so easily. It's unreal. And as you can see, it's a grease magnet. I mean, I don't have particularly sweaty, horrid hands, but there's just, whenever I pick this up, if it's not in the Lumia 800 silicone case that comes in the box, I forgot to tell you, right at the bottom of the box under the charger there was a separate black box with one of these in there. So, but unless it's in there, there's hundreds and hundreds of just like fingerprint marks. I think if someone found this on my desk, they'd like be able to, I don't know, clone my fingerprint or something like that, and it's quite scary. But it's very well done. Sometimes one of the only annoyances I have, these buttons, they're so goddamn loose, and I've never been able to replicate it for friends or anything, but it's always when I'm on my own. If I just move it, don't know if you can hear it, these buttons shake. They're ever so slightly loose and they actually shake. And yep, see, it's not doing it now, which sucks. So you guys can't hear what I had to endure for the past week or so. But those are like my only grievances with the 800. Alright, next, Windows Phone. Windows Phone is new, it's fresh, it's different. You've heard that from everyone. And yeah, I'm just going to add on to it. I've never used Windows Phone. You might remember a little while ago I had a video saying how to Windows Phone your Android. I'll put a link to the video here. And that was how to make your Android device look like a Windows Phone. Personally, I love the look of Windows Phone. I still do, even after using it. It's awesome. I didn't think I'd miss widgets. No, I thought I'd miss widgets so much. I thought I'd miss my home screen. I thought I'd miss the notification bar. I thought I'd miss everything. And I don't know if it's just the honeymoon period of being with Windows Phone for the first time or anything. I don't miss anything. Like, the only thing I could possibly think of would be the notification bar. But these live tiles do such a great job at notifications. It doesn't bother me. If I've got a missed call, it comes up here. If I've got a message, if I've got a text or a WhatsApp, they come up here. A Skype message, they're there. Emails, everything is in the place. And if it's happening in real time, it comes up a little toast animation up here. Then it just goes off the screen, or you swipe it off screen. It's brilliant. It's so fast, it's so fluid, it's innovative, it's different. And with Windows Phone 7.8 for the 800 coming soon, and Windows Phone 8 coming on the 920 and the 820, you get resizable tiles. At the moment, if you tap and hold, you can only delete the tiles. You can reorganize them if you want, like this. I mean, that's just a horrible way to organise them. Why am I doing this? I'm going to be afraid with my OCD. This is annoying me now. There we go. With 7.8 comes, you get the redesigned start screen, just like Windows Phone 8, and you can resize tiles. So you can choose if you want it to be this size, or this size, or a quarter of one of these sizes. So you can get 4 in the space of one of these, or you can get 8 in the space of one of these. Some people say it looks a bit cluttered. There's none of this wasted space on the side. That's all being utilised. You can still swipe sideways to get to all your apps, but much more of this space is being utilised, and it looks brilliant.